Hey YouTube, how are you doing today? I'm excited to be here talking to you, dropping another video full of some great content. And today I want to talk to you about 3 things you can do to make sure you're successful at work. All right, 3 things. I'm going to try to go over these very quickly and concisely, but bear with me because there's so much information. I have so much insight that I'm going to try not to make this go too long, right? The idea is minute mentoring. So you can just listen for a few minutes a day and get what you need to go forth and be excellent, right? All right, so let's get going. All right, first thing. This should be a given, but let me tell you, in my 20 plus years of HR experience, from the junior folks to even some of the more mature senior type people in the workplace, this is still something that comes up and it can absolutely sabotage your career. And it is stay out of the freaking drama. Okay, if you are working at the burger joint, you know, you doing the drive-through thing, you working the fry, that, whatever, I'll maybe give you a little pass about being in the drama, being messy, stirring up stuff, gossiping. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. It's foul. It does not belong in the workplace. But if you're kind of starting off learning, maybe I can give you a pass. But people, hunty, baby, if you are a seasoned professional, or even if you're like a college educated professional, you need to stay out of the drama. Stay out of it. Don't gossip. Don't get, when you see the ladies come in, or the gentlemen, and they look like they're yucking it up about somebody else in the workplace, about face, leave. And whatever you do, if there's a known group of people in the workplace and you know they are not about anything but stirring up the pot, creating drama, spreading rumors, you don't even want to be part of that circle. Create some distance between you and the gossip mongers. I'm telling you, it will absolutely pay off down the road. When I was very early in my career, I actually worked at a retail store, and I might have been maybe a year out of high school, 2 years out of high school. And best advice that I received in my career, some of the best advice, was stay out the mess. And it was an assistant store manager who gave me that advice. And to this very day, now many years later, I still stay out of the drama. So I'm giving that same advice to you. Don't do it. Just say no. All right, number 2, kill it where you are at, even while you are stretching to grow. Okay, so you might be in a role that is kind of a stepping stone to get you where you want to be. For me, I started off as like an HR assistant type role. Kind of earlier in my career, I was in that type of a role because I knew I wanted to go into an HR generalist type role, and I knew that would give me the best experience. And so while I was in that role, I was hungry. I was taking on as much as I could to learn and to get exposure to what I wanted to do down the road. But what I also did was I killed it in that current role, because what you can't do is start off as maybe you're, I don't know, an accounting assistant, and you want to be an accounts payable manager or an accountant or whatever, and you don't kill it in your current role, but you're talking about, I want to get promoted. That doesn't fly. And some companies actually do formal mid-year processes. And so if you're not killing it in your current role, don't go to your manager asking that person, how can I get promoted? Knowing you're not even handling the basics of what you need to do in your day-to-day. It makes you look clueless, and it makes you look entitled, like you take no accountability, and you don't want that in the workplace. All right? So kill it where you are at. Even if you don't like the job, kill it where you are at while you are stretching to grow, meaning while you're wanting to go to that next level, okay? All right, number 3, go above and beyond. And this is it, people. Make sure that your coworkers, the leadership who am I talking to? The leadership team in your company, make sure that they see you doing it. Okay? I'll be honest, like it's hard for me to like put myself out there and brag and say, oh yeah, I was up till 4 a.m. doing this work and blah, blah, blah. And you don't have to do that. But what you can do is if someone asks you, hey, did you get such and such done? Let them know, yes, I did get such and such done. It's a little bit difficult and I had to stay up to get it done. But you know what? We're ready to go. Boom. The project is handled it. Okay? What you don't want to do is be in a silo and you're doing stuff and you're taking care of stuff and you just become the workhorse that everybody knows you're a great workhorse, but because people don't really know how much you're putting into getting all the things done, completing all of your tasks and whatnot, you can go unnoticed. So you need to make sure if you're meeting with your boss periodically, and most people in most companies have kind of a periodic touch base meeting, make sure that you're telling them that you're putting in the time to get the stuff done. Hey, look, I know people, I don't personally do this, but I know people who will send out emails to certain people in the organization to make sure that boss lady or boss man or whoever knows that they're putting in the midnight oil. I personally think that's a little bit obvious in some cases, but if it's legitimate, yeah, go ahead and shoot that mail. I don't feel like you have to hide it and that type of thing. Now the caveat is that if you are putting in extra, or I'll say if you're putting in off hours time, and it's because you're not managing your time, maybe you're a remote employee and during the day, instead of finishing that project, I don't know, you at the mall, that's a problem. And you don't want to like try to put a little extra on it by working late at night, knowing you should handle that stuff during regular business hours. So yeah, think that through and do your work during your core hours, okay? But fundamentally, go above and beyond. So let's talk about going above and beyond. One of the best things that you can do for your career growth, for your success in the workplace, is when there is a project that comes up and someone is asking, who can take this on? Oh, we've got this great project. Make sure you're raising your hand, even if it's extra, even if that project is gonna maybe cause you to have to work a little bit longer hours, because it's gonna show that you're willing to do what you need to do in the workplace to help the team, that you're kind of in a sense willing to take one for the team to get the job done. And that is very important when it comes time for those backroom conversations that you aren't involved in, when they talk about who they want to promote or who they want to give the extra money to during annual increase time. Those are when you want your name to come up about, employees in the workplace who go above and beyond. The other thing is getting exposure to other parts of the organization. That's kind of going above and beyond too, maybe when it comes to project work. So if there's maybe something that has come up and it's in another part of the company, maybe you got to travel and, spend a little extra time. I know there was a point where my husband, before we got married, had opportunity to come to a different state and work there for this project. And people weren't really raising their hand to volunteer. And he was like, I'll go, and ended up turning into a great offer and ended up moving us both out of the state we were in to where we're at now. So, hey, and it was really a promotion. So you never know where raising your hand and taking advantage of these extra opportunities is going to take you. It's very, very important that you show that your heart is in it, that you're committed to, taking one for the team, going above and beyond. All right. That is all that I have for you today. I hope that you're getting something out of this. Look, people, if you've got certain questions about situations in the workplace, maybe you've got questions about the type of job you should take, this is like my passion. I love this stuff. I could do it all day. It's not even, it's very natural for me because I've got so much experience and I really truly want to just pour out and help other people. I feel like I've had a pretty good career and I'm still, in the grind and whatnot, but I really, really want to help other people. And I have people who randomly call me and my thing is, you know what? Let me go ahead and get that channel out there and see if I can help some people out. So I'm just now into my videos. Just a few of them are out, but I'm going to be releasing more and more content, and I want to make sure that it's relevant and that I'm saying the things that are really going to help you out. So if you got certain questions, please, please, please put it in the comments and like my video. Please like my video and subscribe so you can always stay aware of the latest content to help you go forward and be great in your career. Until the next time, talk to you later. Bye.